going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 21 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best free 95 overall that you guys can choose from for your free 95 overall playoff card. So, I put out a video earlier today on this content, and we weren't 100% sure at the time that you could get this card right away, but you can, and it was very simple to do. I definitely recommend that all of you do this right now, right away, because it didn't take much time at all. So, all you're going to do is go to your NFL Playoff Celebration section in Ultimate Challenges, and if you look at the milestones, all you need is 60 stars to get this 95 overall Nat NFL Player Pack, and it is a fantasy pack, meaning that you get to pick any one of the 95 overall cards that you want of your choice. Of course, it is Nat, and in this video, we're going to go through the best ones to pick. A lot of good options out there. 60 stars, all you need. You can kind of cherry pick through the solos that you want to play. Some of them take a little longer than others, so if you want to skip a few, it's okay. You don't need them all. Of course, if you want to go above and beyond the 60 stars, you're going to get some coin rewards, but to me, not worth it. I'm just playing to get my free card. And then once you complete those solos, it should pop open a pack automatically. You don't have to make your selection right away. You can always back out of the pack, but this is the pack that you should see. It's a Nat pack, again, that's going to give you, I think there's there's 28 cards in this entire pack that you can choose from. All 95 overalls, again, all Nat cards. So let's go through and talk about the best ones out there. I'm going to be jumping all over the place. One thing that you can always do when you're trying to make a decision on, like, you know, what's the move for a free card, always look at the prices. Now, this one, it's early on, so these prices can fluctuate, but the first thing I notice is that these pretty much all are flying for right around the same coin. So that tells me there's not a huge difference as far as the marketplace goes. But sometimes when you see situations like this, you may see the best cards be cheaper than the least desired cards or less desired cards, because people are picking the best card with their free pack, and then they're not picking the less desired cards, and those cards are just naturally going for more because not as many people are buying them. So that's kind of why you see some of the cards that I don't think too many people care about up at the top in pricing, and then you think, like, you know, DK Metcalf is one that everybody wants. He's not even on the first page of the most expensive cards, and he's probably one of the best cards out there. But they all fly kind of in the same range. So in this situation, I don't think we're going to put too much stock into it, but that's something that I always check when I'm doing these types of videos or trying to figure out, you know, what's the best card for me. So again, I'm going to jump all over the place. We're going to kind of go by position here. So there's a lot of offensive linemen, a lot of left tackles. Unfortunately, we got Teron Armstead, we got David Bakhtiari, we got Joel Batonio, and Ronnie Stanley. There's two really good options, three maybe. Stanley to me is the best tackle, or not even tackle, but offensive lineman out of all of them, because he's well balanced. He has one of the highest strengths out there. I think his strength is at 90, and then his run and pass blocker at 94. I can't do the compare, unfortunately, here to show you guys some of the stats, because the game crashes if you do that. They still haven't fixed that, unfortunately. If you're looking for just strictly a pass blocker, Bakhtiari and Joel Batonio are better there for you. They both have 96 overall. Pass block, if you're looking for the best run blocker, it's Ronnie Stanley at 94. The reason I say Stanley's the best one is because he's 94 pass block and 94 run block, the most balanced out of all of them. So if you guys want to spend your free pick on an offensive lineman, Ronnie Stanley is definitely the way to go. As far as quarterback, we have quite a few here. We got Ryan Tannehill is one of them, and Mitch Trubisky. A lot of field generals. I didn't expect that. We got Tom Brady and Alex Smith. Alex Smith by far is the best one out of all of these. Again, I can't show you the stats because the compare option within the pack kind of breaks, but Alex Smith, I think, has 85 speed, 95 throwing power. He needs a power up, though. That's the only kind of asterisk next to this card. It's a really good card now, but it can be a greater card once he gets a power up, because then he'll be able to get Hot Route Master and Gunslinger, and he's got really good speed, and of course he can throw the ball down the field with that 95 throwing power, which is not really typical of what Alex Smith does in real life, but listen, it's who cares? So Alex Smith, definitely the best quarterback, but asterisk next to his name, because he needs a power-up. Running backs, we're going to skip past. They're just not worth it. Wide receiver, it's got to be DK Metcalf, right? He's one of the top 3 cards out of all of these cards that you might want to go with. 95 speed, he hits all of the route running thresholds. 90 mid, deep and short are a little bit higher than 90. John Brown's pretty solid, just as fast, but, you know, DK's taller, physical. He's a good run blocker. You definitely got to go with DK if you're looking for a wide receiver. And we'll recap kind of like our best 3 cards, but he's in there as top 3. Now, moving on to the defensive line, you know, I wouldn't spend my pick on a defensive line. Akeem Hicks is pretty solid, but for my money, if you were set on doing that, the best one by far is Kenny Clark. 95 block shed, 95 strength, 92 power moves. You know, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. If you really need a defensive tackle or somebody on the D-line, Kenny Clark is the best one out there. And like I said a moment ago, Akeem Hicks is pretty solid as well. Linebackers, we're going to skip past. Linebackers are mostly irrelevant in Madden 21. And even with all of these cards, they're just not really great. Darius Leonard's okay, pretty good hybrid, good zone. He can block shed a little bit. Matthew Judon, I would definitely pass on. Rashaan Evans is pretty solid, but there's just so many better options out there. We're not going to spend them on linebackers. So now to some of the better cards out there. Cornerbacks. We got Steven Nelson. Pretty solid card, but I think there's better options out there. Denzel Ward, of course, is the highly sought after one, and it's as advertised. I mean, Denzel, 95 overall, like all of these cards. I don't know why I pointed that out. 94 speed, 95 man, 90 zone. The only tricky thing with this card is his power-up's about 15K, and then his 90 overall Redux card is about 175K. So if you don't already have this card powered up, you're going to have to spend a little bit of coin to get him powered up all the way. You got to spend the money on training, but that 175K for his 90 and 15K for his power-up, you know, if you don't have a ton of coins, that could hurt you a little bit. But once you get that card powered up, you're thinking for the most part 99 zone coverage. I'm sorry, 99 man coverage, 96 zone if you're rocking go deep, and then not go deep, lockdown. And then if you got him powered up with at least shaker, that's, you know, 95, 96, 97, 98 speed with theme teams. Pretty good card. And his card earlier in the year was really, really good. So he's the best corner. Now, safeties, there's 4 really good ones here, and I kind of made a chart to compare them all. So we got Marcus Williams, Landon Collins, Antoine Winfield, and then the other one here is Jordan Poyer. I made a grid, right? So Poyer, I'm going to go speed, man coverage, zone coverage, hit power. Again, I can't do the compare tool because EA doesn't fix things sometimes. Jordan Poyer, 93 speed, Winfield's 94, Marcus Williams 94, and Landon Collins 93 speed. So 294, 293. Then we go to the next category. Poyer has 90 man, Winfield 86, 84 for Marcus Williams, 85 for Landon Collins. So there we're seeing that Poyer, out of all of these safeties, has the best man coverage. Zone coverage, Poyer 95, Winfield 93, Williams 92, Collins 90. Again, Poyer, best zone coverage out of all of them. And then hit power is Poyer 75, Winfield 95, 86 for Williams, 96 for Landon Collins. So if you're looking for the best coverage safety, Jordan Poyer by far does it. 95 zone, 90 man, and 93 speed, hit power only 75. If you're looking for, you know, a guy who's a little more physical, Winfield and Collins, probably the best 2 out there. Winfield's a little faster, but he doesn't have a power-up. So I like this Winfield card a lot. He plays free safety. If he gets a power-up, it's going to be a really, really good card. But even without a power-up, it is. 94 speed, 86 man, 93 zone, 95 hit power. Now, Landon Collins, on the other hand, he does have a power-up. So you think everything's +1 here. Without the power-up, 93 speed, 85 man, 90 zone, 96 hit power. So you got to make your choices there. But I think for coverage, Poyer by far is the best card, better than the Marcus Williams card. If you're looking for kind of power and speed, Landon Collins or Winfield, depending on if you want to go with the power up or not. For my money, the top 3 cards in here to choose from. And we didn't mention Ramsey. Ramsey is a cool idea because, you know, he's free. Plus, you got his 90 overall card from Derwin vs. the World that was free. So you're talking about a top-tier cornerback, but he's just a little slow. So that's why I wouldn't really, you know, go with him. But because you get that 90 for free, it's not a bad idea. And Honey Badger, I thought his card would be better, but it just doesn't stack up against these other safeties, in my opinion. For my money, top 3 cards, Jordan Poyer. Number 2, and this is in no order, is Denzel Ward. Number 3 is DK Metcalf. When Alex Smith gets a power up, he's in, you know, top 5. Antoine Winfield's kind of top 5 situation. And I would say that about does it for me. Let me know who you guys picked. I'm surprised I'm going to do this, but I think I'm going with Poyer just because he can get Eagles Chem, and I'll have him for the long run for my Eagles Steam team. I thought I was going to go with Metcalf, but we'll be doing some sets to get the rest of these cards. We'll also be live on Twitch tonight. If you want to see a bunch of these playoff cards in action in Weekend League, come find me on Twitch. Twitch name's right there on your screen. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace!